start to heal. Well, of course, back then, my mom and dad immediately got my sister and I into counseling. We didn't want to talk about it. I just wanted it to be done and over with. Well, eventually there came a point where my mom reached out to the Children's Advocacy Center. And as I tell people, it was the Children's Advocacy Center that was the foundation in my healing. And my parents ended up, we ended up finding out, now I was in 7th grade, that they ran groups for girls that had been abused, girls my age. So my parents immediately put my sister and I both in a group, separate groups. In this sense, it was like suddenly, I was no longer just having to sit there and talk to some therapist about what went on. And it was so different when I talked to my friends about this because they couldn't relate. They didn't understand these nightmares, these flashbacks that were nagging me. Suddenly I was around other girls that all experienced this, that were relating to the same thing I had been through. They're saying, I deal with this. We're sharing stories, and suddenly I can relate with these people and not feel so ashamed of talking about it. And it was there we began to learn steps of how to deal with these nightmares, how to deal with these flashbacks, how to not blame yourself. I learned to let go of being, guilty for what happened to my sister, for not being able to protect her. That, it wasn't my job to, prevent my cousin from doing what he did to my younger sister. They also provided my family, both my parents, with a support group for parents. Because I can't begin to tell you, I was trying so hard to protect my parents from seeing the emotional pain I was in, hiding that behind closed doors, because I listened to my mom for 2 years straight, bawl her eyes out, several nights, out of nowhere. Nothing, it could be an average good day, and suddenly my mom's downstairs crying to my dad in his arms, saying, I'm a horrible parent, I failed to protect my kids, I failed to be there for them. And so, ended up, really trying to protect my parents. The group there, the parents group, they taught, the parents, you can't always protect your kids. And my parents really learned there to stop having so much guilt about what had been done to their children and learn to move forward. And how, like I said, you can't protect your kids 24/7. And how you can begin to heal as a family, what to expect with your kids at different stages in their life as they move forward, because this is something we can't erase. This is something that's not just going to go away.